I am Ashton Board. My position last year as exec was Vice President of Recruitment Counselors, so I was in charge of Gamma Chi and all of recruitment. Instead of skits, last year a really good example was Kappa Kappa Gamma here at the University of Georgia decided to start out by making goodie bags, and those goodie bags were delivered at the end of recruitment to St. Jude's, which is one of their biggest philanthropy organizations that they contribute to. And then after that, the PNM or potential new member and the active member, after they made the goodie bags, they went into their chapter room and continued to talk about St. Jude and other organizations on campus. So that was a really great way to have some interaction outside of just a video or talking about their philanthropy.
I'm Emily Edwards, and I was last year's Director of Finance and Correspondence for UGA Panhellenic. And I think the end result of removing skits from recruitment was a really positive experience where even though we had some chapters who were really apprehensive to let go of skits and try something new, we really saw that it was a great opportunity to let chapters really share who they are, what their sisterhood is like, and all about their philanthropy in a way that took a lot of the focus and stress off of a skit. And so we had a lot of successful chapter experiences, and I think recruitment this year was the best that we've ever had. So overall, UGA had a great experience removing skits from recruitment.
Hi, I'm Emily Beckham, and I was the Vice President of Administration for the 2014-2015 Panhellenic Exec. Values-based recruitment was really eye-opening this year. It was awesome to see that the chapters could really show their sisterhood and their philanthropy rather than be so focused on the funny aspects of skit and things of that nature. It was nice to be able to see girls be able to relax and really get to know these chapters instead of be forced to focus on something that really didn't represent the sorority as a whole.
Hey, my name is Audrey Thorne, and I was the Panhellenic president in 2014, and it was a really cool thing to go through the first recruitment without skits. Personally, I was very attached to the Skit Round. Each year I was very involved in the skits, but knowing and learning more about the process and about taking skits away really, at the end of the day, was just so much. It was just a more positive experience for everyone involved. Getting rid of skits helped us showcase more things. It was more about philanthropy now, more about sisterhood. It wasn't about cracking jokes and trying to get people to smile, even though we were very funny. It's more about, the heartfelt kind of stuff and, what we spend all of our time doing and what we're really passionate about. So that was a really cool thing, is getting people really behind our philanthropy and helping them see, why we raise so much money instead of just, goofing off, which is fun, but not necessary.
Hi, my name is Audrey Dugan, and I was the previous Vice President of Recruitment for the University of Georgia. And this year, we completely took out skits. A bunch of the chapters were really hesitant. They were worried about how they were going to fill the time, how it was going to be talking to PNMs when they had so much more time than they'd had in the past. And a lot of chapters here actually have really long-standing traditions in their skit. So my chapter specifically, here has a very long-standing skit tradition that has gone on for 30 years. So for them, it was really kind of disappointing to have that happen, but it's been a really big opportunity for us to usher in new traditions at the university and to bring alumni back to start this whole new movement within Alpha Chi. A big thing that I know a lot of people are really concerned about is how are you going to transition from having this skit that you've done for years or a skit that you make up every year to having no skit at all? How is that going to work within your chapter? So here at UGA, it was really a pretty seamless transition. I was constantly in communication with all of the recruitment chairs, all of their recruitment teams to make sure that if they had any questions or needed any help with this process, we were there for them every step of the way. So open communication is really key, and being able to talk to your Panhellenic advisor, your NPC area advisor, all of those things are what's been really successful for us. So from a more logistics side, we actually reduced the amount of time for the day that we perform skits. So we went from a 40-minute round to a 30-minute round just to help the women, at least this year, transition, because it was going to be a very big big deal for them to change with the same amount of video time to having no skit. So that was a really big thing that I think was really great for the women, and they were able to incorporate their sisterhood into their video a little bit more. So that's something to consider when giving your chapters at your school some advice. So my biggest thing would just be open and be there for anyone who is struggling with this, because there's going to be some pushback, but at the end of the day, this was the best thing for our school, and it probably is for yours too.